Happy New Year, everyone. Not only is it the new year, the calendar new year, that is, also Venus is going to catch up to Pluto, who is in Capricorn. Now, Venus is our morning and evening star, and this connects us to the Sumerian goddess Inanna. She is also known as the morning and evening star. Well, tonight, New Year's Eve, as Venus and Pluto meet up in Capricorn, Inanna will begin her descent into the underworld. And in this time, she will have to pass through 7 gates. And at each of those 7 gates, she has to surrender a part of herself, a part of who she thought defined her, parts of her that she thought made her who she is. So as she prepared for this descent, she was dressed in robes, a gold crown on her head. She had beads of lapis lazuli. She wore bracelets and rings. She had a breastplate on that was adorned with jewels, and she also had a scepter. So as she entered in each of the gates, she had to remove or surrender one piece of her clothing. And when she got to the 7th gate, she had to release the last thing she was wearing, which was her beautiful royal robe. And there she hung in the underworld for 3 days. And then she resurrects. And this is just what Venus is going to do. She's going to resurrect as she goes, when she moves into Aquarius after meeting up with Pluto, the Lord of the Underworld. Now, as she is going through the underworld, she's going to be thinking about things. She's going to be thinking about all of these things that she's given away. And she's going to realize that these things that she thought defined who she was, who she thought she valued, those things that she thought she loved and offered her great security, those things were gone. And when she is resurrected with new perspectives. When she returns back to Earth and her people were waiting for her to return, she realized that love was her greatest possession of all. And all the external things that she thought offered her great security, she realized was just a false sense of security. So as Venus is going through the underworld, she is going to be looking at her life. She is going to be thinking about all of the possessions she has. Tonight also, or today, the moon moved into Taurus. So this is also giving us a little slight square. So this is really making her look at what emotionally and spiritually feeds her. It's not about the external anymore. It is about the innermost parts of herself. And she's realizing that she is the security that she needs. She is the validation that she needs. So during this, we could be going through this. We could be feeling like we're going through the underworld. We could be feeling like we're going through a dark night of the soul. But the thing is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes we have to clear ourselves of those things that hold us down, that keep us from going forward. You see, in the underworld, the goddess Inanna had to surrender parts of what she had. She had to surrender her necklace. She had to surrender her crown, her rings, her scepter, so forth. And these are things that she thought defined her, that she thought that made her who she was. And each of those, as she gave them up, she was redefining who she was. There is a payment at each one. And yes, of course, this goes with the 7 chakras as well. That is another story altogether. But through this descent, as we are experiencing this energy, we are going to start looking at things in a different perspective. We are going to start looking at those things that we value, those things that keep us back from going after our dreams. Because when she goes into Aquarius, that's the future. She's looking forward. Okay? So, yeah, we're going to have to release those things that hold us back, that keep us from going forward in the future for our greatest self. Remember, Aquarius is about the humanitarian. It's about humanity. So she's leaving back those things that are preventing her from that part of her that keeps her from connecting and keeps her from being happy and being fertile again and creative again, that keeps her from this bright future that she wants for herself. So I wish you all a happy, happy new year, a calendar new year, and I wish you all the best in year 2023. It is a number 7. This is linked to mysticism and spirituality, so I am hoping that more are going to tune into that so we can level out some of this energy here. I'll